Alright, gang, are you ready for what is probably one of the worst dungeons in the entire game? And it's not even Ryota's fault this time.
What?
So yeah, this is our first proper introduction to dungeoneering in EX Plus, and it is rude as fuck, is how I'm gonna say it. I will say I dig the fuck out of the aesthetic, though.
Visually, it looks really cool. This looks like some SMT Nocturne shit.
Also, just going by the elemental markers, it looks like June is apparently our first actual real, like, 100% like light elemental character.
I mean, he was also our only light character in the in all the side stories when you got him too. That hasn't changed.
Yeah, and Ryota can be whatever the fuck element you need him to be, it looks like.
No, Ryota is actually stuck to spell.
Oh, wait, then what was... Okay, I must be conflating Master Cores with elements then.
Because, yeah, no, he doesn't have a proper soul device, so he can't change Master Cores. So yeah, his stupid stick thing is just spell, and you're gonna take it and you're gonna like it.
He's actually not that terrible to use. Like, to his credit, like, his ranged attack is actually surprisingly useful. It comes out really fast, and it has a surprisingly good range on it.
Yeah, that sword beam looked pretty legit.
His attack string is a little less impressive, but...
It looked very awkward, yeah. And it's got a lot of wind-ups going for it.
I mean, it's still not as much wind-up as June has, but, you know...
The great horrifying irony that we're discovering in this dungeon is June is actually the shittiest character of the three of them right now.
So hey, do you like timed platforming?
No.
Would you like to guess what the rest of this fucking dungeon is?
I see why you immediately just whipped out Ryota and was like, okay, here, dumbass, you take the fire damage from this thing.
Did we make jokes about this game doing like the Mega Man like disappearing blocks thing? Because I didn't think they were gonna happen.
Oh, they already did. They did those like way the fuck back in like chapter 5 or something.
I really appreciated, Argate, how you basically managed to just like memory hold the entire back half of the goddamn game.
There was just so much like platforming shit, like I've lost track.
There's actually surprisingly little platforming in this game, given that it, you know, up until like the very end of it. Like there's the Roku blocks in whatever chapter that is, and then that's kind of it until you get to like the towers in chapter 8.
Yeah, the towers fucking sucked. I remember that like very well. Maybe I'm conflating the towers with like a lot of the rest of the game too.
So yeah, Ryota's aerial attack is actually like really fucking good. Like, I don't know if you saw that, but he basically like immediately flies straight forward and it does a shit ton of damage.
So, you literally weren't joking, this actually is the Ryota redemption arc.
Alright, I mean, let's not get too carried away. I'm just saying that he at least does have his positive points as a playable character.
Okay, it is the Ryota gameplay redemption arc, then. Also, yeah, this is the background track that I was talking about, the one that sounds like right here, where it sounds like a whole new world from Aladdin.
I can kind of hear it.
So, it's not immediately obvious while you're doing that, but while you are doing that platforming, the pillars are sinking back into the lava behind you. So, if you aren't, like, keeping pace, you will not only do you fall into the lava to begin with, your way back is also gone, so you have to now trudge through the lava to go back and get your, hit the switch to start it again.
And I'm guessing just trying to brute force it all the way is just a fool's errand, right?
Yeah, no, look, you can't, I don't think you can jump up to the end there from the lava.
I'll just let this speak for itself.
Oh god, yeah, this is a disaster.
You tried.
And no, by the way, you know, the most obvious character to help with this would be Mitsuki, and, you know, the game just decided that, actually, it was such a great time when we had to get our whole party back after we lost them at the end of Chapter 7, that we're just gonna do it again, verbatim.
I still can't fucking believe we're getting the band back together again.
Again, Tokyo Xanadu and belaboring a point, a match made in fucking hell at this point. Also, I just want to say, I'm getting some weird, like, speaking of hell, like, I'm getting some weird Big Bill Hells flashbacks every time, like, one of those, like, hurry up things shows up on screen. Like, I expected to say, hurry up, asshole. This dungeon ends the minute you write us a check, and it better not bounce or you're a dead motherfucker.
I'm not entirely sure how you avoid this, to be completely honest. I tried.
You almost did it.
You were so close. But yeah, I was trying to figure out what the fuck that pattern was.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Ryota, I fucking wish we were there, but alas.
Again, the horrifying realization that we were Ryota all along. Again, I just want to voice just how immensely it sucks the fact that, like, we don't get June's casual clothes as in its playable form.
I have no idea why they didn't bother with that, honestly. That seems like such a gimme, unless, like, there were some weird issues they were having with, like, the model rigging.
Especially because, like, everyone's, like, clothes in the game is apparently just an equipable outfit that you can swap between, so, like, I'm sure just, like, his normal clothes are, like, buried somewhere down there in the game's code, and, like, if, like, the Vita or the PS4 or the PS5, like, had the ability to, you know, do, like, hex editing and stuff like that, you could probably easily put them on playable June, but, alas, that's probably above any of our pay grades.
So, the little sword rain thing there is Ryota's R2. He does not have a limit break, so that is the best that he can do, but it is admittedly pretty fucking good if he actually lands the majority of the hits.
Yeah, I imagine it's great against enemy that doesn't spend 80% of the time underground.
Oh yeah, that's another thing this dungeon needed, as if it wasn't awful enough.
I mean, they're gonna get better from here, right? Right?
They're gonna be substantially better from here on out, because the next, like, 4 of them are, like, 2 minutes long.
Oh, thank God.
Anyway, we fucking take those to the bank. Fuck this dungeon.
I don't even blame you for not wanting the S.
Again, I appreciate that they reference, you know, the Rion side story in the EX Plus bit here.
I mean, I would hope they do, considering that the side story is explicitly EX Plus content.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm still at the point where just I'm surprised where the game shows us basic storytelling competence. So yeah, no, it is still good that, like, basically all the side stories chickens are coming home to roost finally in the EX Plus game.
Does that mean we get a super-powered Asuka in the EX Plus content?
We get the payoff for that storming Arcos Tower as well, just so that actually the side story for her is just properly setting that reveal, I suppose, rather than it coming out of nowhere in the base game.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I suppose the base game did spend a lot of time telling you about how she's, despite everything, she actually is supposedly this really big, good Nemesis enforcer, so it did have to eventually show you that.
Yeah, basically, her getting her ass kicked by, like, a hand in a bird cage did not really do a lot to inspire confidence in her, like, midway through the game.
No, it did not.
Also, God, the music track for this boss battle and the boss itself are just repping some big Kingdom Hearts energy.
I have never played Kingdom Hearts, so I will take your word for that.
Consider yourself lucky.
I don't know, the soundtrack in Kingdom Hearts is honestly pretty good. Yoko Shimomura is, like, always a treat to listen to.
Although now that you brought her up, I'm now suddenly just reminded of, like, that one anecdote from, like, Final Fantasy XV's development cycle where basically, like, she and Nomura were effectively, like, no longer communicating, like, halfway through the game, to the point where, like, just she would be handing in, like, demo tracks to him for his final approval, and he's going, like, oh, weird, like, that's interesting, like, why did you choose to do that? And she was like, I had to fucking improvise because you didn't tell me what to do, you stupid asshole!
That sounds an awful lot like a Nomura-directed development.
Yep. Again, a better game by this point would have just given Toa her fucking gun and let her go to town on the damn thing.
This should have been the reveal of Toa with a gun.
It really should have been.
Like, right here, Rion's trying to get her to run, and she's just like, no!
Yeah, just, I got this covered. Schwing. Really, like, we're in, effectively, like, the after-story DLC. Just go all out. Give Ryota a soul device. Give Toa a soul device. Like, is there fucking anyone else that we're missing at this point that deserves one? Like,
Goto, why not?
Yeah, give Goto one. Give, like, Seijiro and Sosuke one. Just, you know, go all the fuck out, please.
I mean, to be fair, Goto and Sosuke are both, like, actually legitimately pretty major, like, why don't you have a soul device kind of things?
Especially because, like, Kyoka has a soul device, or at least a copy of Mr. Goro's soul device-ish.
She has what might as well be a soul device. Like, seriously, we can't even give them that much? Like, you even have a model of how to use it, like, that's Ryota's whole deal. Like, okay, he doesn't have a limit break, but he's still a playable character.
Also, like, I just thought of it now, but again, the irony of me going like, okay, is there any other character we forgot to give a soul device to, and I fucking forgot Shiori.
No, that checks out, actually.
Yeah, no, that one, she could stay with that one.
She got to be the final boss. She doesn't need a soul device.
Again, like, going back to Kingdom Hearts, like, even fucking Kairi got to be playable eventually once Nomura realized, like, oh shit, people didn't really like the ending to Kingdom Hearts 3. Quick, let me change that. DLC. Also, what the fuck was the ending of Kingdom Hearts 3? Why is Sora in Japan now?
Find out in Kingdom Hearts 4?
Fuck you.
I guess to date this video, this morning they unveiled Kingdom Hearts 4.
Yeah, with a definitely gameplay trailer.
That was a fucking surreal thing to wake up to, I gotta say.
I mean, like, that's the hilarious and interesting part of it, is just the fact that, like, no one really knows what the Unreal 5 engine is capable of doing, so that could very well fucking be gameplay for all we know.
Oh, I don't believe that for a second. They 100% slapped a UI on, like, just some CG shit. Like, that is some Final Fantasy 13 trailer shit there.
Also, is this June's first time learning about the plot fairy?
I think so.
So basically, he's been going like, okay, so all this time I've been chasing some little, like, mystical 12-year-old shithead around who's responsible for all this shit, and you're telling me that you also have some weird mystical 12-year-old shithead who's responsible for half of this shit too? This is gonna end with the fucking plot ghosts going off to heaven together, isn't it? I'm calling it. Ko's like, yeah, it felt incredibly weird the first time I saw this weird, creepy ghost child with a horrifying fox mask who literally said, "Let's play, hee 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 hee," and then ripped reality apart with his fucking bare hands.
I mean, I don't think he needed that to put in that much work, because, like, did you see the text on Deja Vu? Like, Rion just said a word and the text engine just gave up. Like, that was definitely, like, 3 different fonts, just in that one word. Anyway, it's time for some fun interactivity! Would you like to save Group A or Group B first?
Depends on who's in what group.
One group is the nerds, one group is the jocks.
Can we just go Group C? Go straight to the final boss?
But if we did that, we wouldn't have the full XRC together. How can we use the power of friendship when all we have is Ryota and Rion?
Look, it's fine. If we go early and fight the final boss without the full party, maybe we'll get the Devrim ending.
Also, I'm pretty sure Ryota's fandom for just Rion in general is enough to make up, like, the deficit from the loss of the power of friendship.
Is that a power we really want to tap into?
Not one that we want to, but unfortunately one that we probably need to at this point. Like, hopeless desperation, go!
Anyway, please observe the incredible costume options for June.
Yeah, just hood up, hood down. Okay, thanks, June.
Got some big Persona 4 energy on that disguise there.
I mean, this game is just radiating Persona 4 energy as it is, so...
And still barely capturing any of its actual energy.